Yo guys, I tried so many things. Welcome back besties, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back and thank you for being a part of my family. And if you're new here and you don't know who I am, I'm Tatianaoliphant, and I hope you enjoy this video and I hope you stay. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Smash that big red subscribe button. And without further ado, let's get into the video. As you may have seen from the title of the video, this is my acne journey video, and I really wanted to do this because I have struggled with acne for so many years. If I can help someone, at least one person, then I'm happy with that. Okay, so my acne journey starts with I remember this day like it was yesterday. So my sister and I were walking one day. This was before I had acne. I think it was like end of grade 7. Yeah, end of grade 7. I was walking with my sister and she was like, oh, you have such beautiful skin. And then I'm like, yeah, in my family like no one has ever had acne, which is true. Like I'm the first person to have acne in my family. And I'm like, yeah, I'm never gonna have acne, no one in my family has acne. Like I was going off, like I was going off, and acne was like, ma'am, what did you say? What did he say?
What did he say?
Zokubonisa ukuthi ngubani, and she came guns blazing the very next year. And I was in shock because like I genuinely believed that I was never gonna have acne. So I was shocked, like I was mortified, I was shocked, I was angry more than anything, because like it was a thing of why me, do you get me? But I came to terms with it years later. Grade 8, that's when I started having acne, started like having a few pimples and everything, and I didn't like pay much. Okay, I'm lying, because it really did affect my confidence, but I didn't really mind it as much. Throughout high school I had acne. Okay, I had acne and I hated it. I let it bother me to the point where it affected my confidence. I was not confident. I had fake confidence in high school. Let me just be clear, like I had fake confidence. And yeah, it wasn't harsh acne, it wasn't like that painful acne, it was just, I think it was cystic acne, I don't know. So throughout high school I tried so many products before I got to what actually worked for me. I tried so many things. I tried so many things. I remember I started with the benzo something, that purple. I'll put a picture with the name. I'll put all the names of the products that I mentioned down below. I used that and it worked for a few days, and I didn't know how to use it correctly. I feel like if I knew how to use it correctly, it would have worked for me. But like after a few days it started aggravating my acne and it didn't work, and then I trashed it, and then I started using, what's that product again? Not Protex. That worked for a few weeks, and then it also started like not working anymore. Like my skin, like I don't know, it would work, like products would work and then it would stop working, it would work and then it would stop working. There's so many products that I used Garnier, I even forgot some of the names of the product, but I used so many well-known products for acne that did not work for me, or they worked and then they stopped working. I used Gentle Magic at some point. Oh, Gentle Magic was the worst because it worked and then all of a sudden it started burning my skin. And at the time when I used Gentle Magic, I was seeing this other dermatologist close to Maponya Mall, literally like opposite Maponya Mall. You know, like I used to go to that dermatologist and he used to scrape my acne off. Like he used to, like, I don't know how to describe it, but he used to pop it, but like he used to use not a scalpel, but like that flat medical tool with like the round surface. it's round and then it's like flat, and then he used to like scrape my face. Hey Luna, he used to scrape my face, and then he'd put this other thing that burned. Oh my gosh. Firstly, he used to put all his might and power into taking out the acne, and then he'd say, yeah, it helps. And it did help for a while, but I ended up putting 2 and 2 together, and I'm like, I'm torturing myself, dog. Like, ain't no way this is an effective dermatological technique, or even a legal one, because I went to that guy for a solid 6 months, I think. A solid 6 months. I think that was grade 11 or 12, or beginning of grade 12. Yeah, that was when I was using Gentle Magic, and I think that's why it burnt my skin, because the technique he was using was so harsh, and then on top of that, Gentle Magic is also a harsh product in itself, because it's not very gentle on the skin. Like, my skin was just going through a lot, and I think that's what resulted in my skin being as bad as it was. Okay, fast forward to grade 12. I was in the pits of Pittsburgh. Okay, it was horror, it was hell in there. It was, girl, I think I'll insert a video of like me looking fed up with the acne, and that was the worst that it was in grade 12. I was just in a really bad place, and I was fed up. I asked one of my aunts, I was like, dude, because I can't. Then luckily she knew, one of her friends told her about a dermatologist called Dr. Ayanda Motau. You guys can search her handle on Instagram. She's a really amazing dermatologist. She's so sweet, and luckily one of her friends told her about Dr. Motau, and she's from Honeydew. Yeah, Honeydew. And yeah, we went to go see Dr. Motau, and then she let me know that I have hormonal acne, and she gave me a treatment called Acutane. It was a pill that I had to take every day for, I think it was 6 months. Yeah, because I started in June and then I finished in December. It was so difficult for me because firstly, I hate pills. Like, I will do anything to not take pills, even when I'm sick. Like, even when I have period pains, like, I'll try any other alternative before taking pills. I really don't like pills, so it was a difficult thing for me to do, like taking pills every day, remembering to take them. I had to set alarms and everything, and I tried my best to take them at the same time every day, which kind of didn't work. But eventually I got through the 6 months. It was challenging because it got worse before it got better. So my acne got even worse than it was at some point, and then my lips were peeling. I'll put down the information about Accutane, like the benefits and what it does and the side effects. But for me, honestly, my skin was very sensitive, way more sensitive than it is originally. I was very sensitive to the sun, very sensitive to like products that I put on my face. My lips were peeling. They were so pink, guys. Actually, there was a point in my life where I wanted pink lips, and then when it happened, I was like, oh, jump scare.
Oh, jump scare.
Because what? It was like, they were so pink. I didn't take pictures in those 6 months. I remember I barely took any pictures because I also let it bother me to the point where it affected my confidence. It was bad. Even at school, I had to, like, especially because it was like social distancing and all of that, and then I had to wear a mask. Oh my gosh, I even forgot about the mask situation. Like, it was like the hot air of having a mask on was so bad. The masks were too much for me. Like, they aggravated my acne even more, they aggravated my skin even more, and it was just a lot. Okay, I got through the 6 months though. I think by June, July, August, September, October, my skin like started looking good. Okay, my skin started looking good, my lips were like starting to go back to normal. The products that Dr. Motau recommended to me were, so firstly, the Accutane is a prescription that you have to get from a doctor, a dermatologist, and then you have to go to Dischem to get it, Dischem or Clicks to get it. The products that she recommended me to use at the time, which I have used ever since, are the Cetaphil products, a lot of sunscreen. I think that's the first time I actually considered using sunscreen, because I always heard that like sunscreen is important, blah blah blah, but I never actually like considered using sunscreen until then. And using sunscreen then was highly beneficial, because otherwise my skin would have burnt in the sun, because it was so sensitive. Like the Accutane pill made my skin so sensitive, or even more sensitive than it already was. And she also recommended the is it Eucerin? I think it was the Eucerin lip balm, because it was very nourishing, very soft. Oh, I loved it. Lips were in like the process of peeling. Like they were peeling, they were sore at some point. Like there was just a lot going on. Okay, but it was worth it. I won't lie to you. Going through the process of taking the Accutane pills was very worth it, because it helped a lot. I'm just grateful that I went through the process. It's been 3 years now since I've taken it, and 2021, my skin was at its peak in 2021. I won't lie, like my skin was thriving. Okay, my skin was thriving, and 2022 as well. Like it was thriving, it was good, like it was beautiful. My skin is still beautiful, don't get me wrong. Like it was clear is what I'm trying to say. It was clear. I had no acne and I had no dark marks or anything. I only started getting acne again, I think it started, I think the process started like June last year. There's something about winter, and this is why I don't like winter. Because why got you? Why? I started getting like a pimple here, a pimple there, but they were very very tiny and I didn't pay much attention to them. Or I'd get like a rash, something that looked like a rash, but it wasn't a rash, but it wasn't acne either. I don't know how to describe it, but that's how I gradually started getting acne again. And then this year, then like beginning of this year, it was like, okay, I'm done playing games, I'm back, bitches. Like, and I'm okay with it. Like, I'm not okay with it, as in I'm not okay living with it, but like right now I'm confident enough to be okay with having it. I don't mind, because I'm gorgeous with or without it. Fine girl, pimple or no pimple, that's what I always say. Fine girl, pimple or no pimple, because I look gorgeous whether I have a pimple or not, so it doesn't really bother me. I think the first tip I'd give someone that's struggling with acne and their confidence when it comes to having acne is definitely not giving an F. Like, I know that it's difficult to look different and like not have perfect skin and not have I know that like in the society that we live in, it's not like how can I put it, it's not a desirable thing to have acne or like to not have perfect clear skin or whatever, but like not giving an F helps you so much, because it's acne and it's natural. This is how God made me. This is also a thing that I remind myself of, that this is how God made me. Eventually, in his plan of my life, he wanted me to have acne, and that's okay. people always have something to say. People will always have something to say, and miserable people will always have something negative to say. All I can say is that don't let people that don't even like themselves determine how you feel about yourself. Like it's a misery loves company type of thing. Like they want company, and therefore they're gonna make you the company by trying to make you miserable as well. And don't let that happen. Like I was a miserable person at some point in my life, and thank God for deliverance, because child, that side of life is not the best and it will never be, and I don't recommend it at all. Okay, so don't do that to yourself, because I ended up being miserable because of miserable people, and then therefore I tried to make other people miserable, or as miserable as I was. Another tip I can give someone that's struggling with their confidence when it comes to having acne is that love yourself. Learn to love yourself, not only for your appearance, but learn to love yourself from within. Like, know that you have amazing qualities as a human being apart from your appearance. Yeah, like your heart, your mind, your soul, your spirit, the way you love people, the way you talk to people, the way you make people feel, like the love that you show the people around you. But if you want other tips on how to be confident, or how to increase your confidence and have authentic confidence, then please do check out my my video. I'll link it down below. I'll link the playlist down below. And yeah, because I don't think I'll be able to go in depth with confidence tips in this video. So if you want to check the confidence video out, please do check it out. So guys, this is the end of the video. If you liked it and if you enjoyed it, actually if you're still here, thank you so much for still being here. If you liked and enjoyed the video, please do like, comment, share, and click the subscribe button to join my family.